Let's try this again. We're going to go with the intro part 2. And we've got the song playing in the background again. Or that might be Dave. Dave monitoring the live stream. So we said it earlier. We were having some stream issues. Then we really did have some stream issues. Then we restarted it, and now we're back. We are here. David Mora here, GGUSD Athletics High School Football Countdown to kickoff. Rancho, Santiago. Dave, we're not going to let this take us down. We're gonna be resilient here, right?
Yeah, we're ready to go now.
I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. It's high school football right here in Garden Grove, an all-district matchup. You know we love these. And if you want to go to our Instagram to see who I picked to win the game, feel free to do so. Dave, any comment on that?
Just not a surprise. If you know David Mora, his pick is not a shock to you.
You know what, though? I am wearing shoes with the purple aces,
Yes.
Kobe's, so I'm representing Santiago. Anyway, we have a great game. Let's take a look at some of the players that we're going to be calling here. Oh, we got the national anthem, so we're going to take a little break. Beautiful job there on the national anthem by the Santiago Band and the Army, JROTC. We got to make sure we say Army because Navy is over at Pacifica High School. Anyway, we got a great game on tap for you. We're a little bit about a minute or so away from kickoff. We're probably not going to have time to go through our pregame ritual deal here.
We can go fast.
We can go fast, so let's go fast real quick. Let's take a look at who you should be keeping an eye out for. For Rancho, you got Vincent
Gentile,
senior QB, Joe Vasquez, junior wide receiver, Osvaldo Ramos, junior QB wide receiver, double duty there, Jacob Luna, senior defensive end and tackle, and Isaac Felipe, who we've called plenty of times his name over the years. And over on the Santiago side, players to watch, Mario Carbajal, running back, Kingston Berard, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman, Isaac Garcia, defensive end, Delver Camacho, running back, linebacker, and Daniel De La Torre, senior offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Dave, what do you think the keys are today for each team?
Yeah, I think, again, Rancho's coming in here even if Coach Enright doesn't think it's going to be the case because he is the sandbag king. But I will tell you that Rancho's coming in here as a clear favorite just because they have been the dominant force, so to speak, in the Garden Grove League over the last couple of years. Since Pacifica and Grove left that league, it's been Rancho in terms of football. So they have that mark on them, certainly coming from Santiago's standpoint. This will be their first game. Obviously, Santiago is coming off a loss to Saddleback, a good Saddleback team. One thing that I noticed last year with Santiago is the week after they had a loss, they were always a great bounce-back candidate. I would expect no different here from the Cavaliers tonight and Coach Osvath and his staff. I think they are a great bounce-back candidate. I think we're going to have a good, tight ball game here, and we're going to see where this ends up shaking out.
Awesome. We've got the captains there getting ready for the coin toss. Let me just let me test something out really quick. Testing. Yep.
Okay, well, that's going on there. We got some technical things we're working through, but we do have the coin toss going on here. We'll get you those captains a little bit later on. It looks like Santiago has deferred.
A little bit of technical difficulties, but you know what? We are going to do our thing. Like we said, you tune in week 10. We've got it all figured out.
Get you some captains here for Santiago. Looks like we might be short on time there. But we did get Santiago deferred to the second half, so they will get the ball to start the second half, and Rancho will receive this opening kickoff. And so looking at the screen, we will have Rancho going right to left and Santiago defending.
For Santiago, looks like we have number 24, Mario Carbajal, number 52. We're going to try and get to it. 52. Oh, look, not on there. Oh, yeah, 52 is on there. We're going to have to learn how to ignore the Excel number. That's Rubio Chaba. Then it looked like it was probably number 9. We tried.
Yeah, so again, looking at this game, again, a big factor in this game is going to be that the Cavaliers have already played. They already have 1 week of game action under their belt. This is the first live contest for Rancho. They've obviously scrimmaged, but a scrimmage is much different than a live actual contest. So we'll see if that plays a mark here, especially early on. First couple series, if I'm Coach Osveth with Santiago, I'm really looking to kind of take advantage of that.
I think that's what gives Santiago the edge at the beginning of the game, but I think once the game goes on, I think we see Rancho kind of do their thing. I think that they're probably a 2-score favorite in my eyes. Last year we saw Santiago in that first week against Los Amigos. They scored, yeah. And then Los Amigos scored, and then Los Amigos scored.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for Rancho, too. I'm interested to see how number 13, Osvaldo Ramos, comes out. He's been a big part of Rancho in both the football and basketball program for the last 2 years as a freshman and sophomore. Usually when you play young that way, you make the biggest jump you make is from your sophomore to junior season. And so I'm interested to see how dominant he's going to be out here tonight, making that jump from sophomore to junior as a 2-year varsity player.
So Santiago was ready to get lined up for the kick before Rancho even ran through their banners. So the Cavaliers are ready to go here. Now the Vaqueros are going to make their way to the field. As we now transition over to game time here. Week 1, GGUSD Athletics High School Football. David Mora here. Once again, make sure you share this out to everyone you know. Let's try and get this stream to beat last week's streams. We've had some really good turnouts on our streams. It's neon night here, just like it was last Thursday.
Now again, early whistle there. So on that pooch kick, you are allowed to fair catch it, and you have to give them an opportunity. Looks like Rancho is going to retain the ball though.
Cavaliers trying to catch them off guard early on here. I like the way Coach Oz is thinking on that one.
Yeah, great field position for the Vaqueros here coming out on the 36.
This year I'm making it more of a point to get down there before the games just to kind of see how the coaches are. Both coaches seem relaxed, like they're ready to go.
Looks like we might get a good sunset here.
As always, sunsets at Monsoor are hard to beat.
Yes, they are. One of the best in the county.
Trips left here for Rancho.
Osvaldo Ramos, that we talked about, was in motion, now in the slot.
Empty backfield here.
There he is.
He's wide open. That's a catch at the 35, still on his feet. Drags Santiago defenders all the way down to the Cavalier 21-yard line. So big play for Rancho right off the bat here.
Again, as I talked about, number 13, Osvaldo Ramos, taking that big leap from his sophomore to junior year. He's got the chance to be dominant in every game he plays. And you can see Coach Enright right away there. First play of their year is a deep seam to Ramos.
Got to be happy to see that. Not a bad way to start when you haven't had any competition, at least official competition in the last few weeks.
Good throw and touch there by Gentile as well.
Gentile, 4 wide receivers. Gentile takes a snap, drops back, looks to his left, has a man. Ooh, that pass intended for a number 1, Joe Vasquez, just behind him a tad.
Yeah, Vasquez just a little simple slant route there. Gentile a little behind. Okay, so great, perfect throw on that first one, a little behind on that second one.
It's going to be second down for the Vaqueros from the Cavalier 22-yard line. Vaqueros looking to score early here. Got a man in motion here for the Vaqueros. Handoff right side, number 2. Still on his feet. Looks like he's going to be close to the first down. That's Jacob Vasquez on the carry. And he's going to have the first down.
Again, seeing familiarity here with Rancho. Mixing up their tempo between speed, huddle, no huddle. We'll see all kind of tempo from them today.
Rancho with the ball now at the Cavalier 10-yard line, or looks like 11-yard line, so they don't have to score. They can get a first down. Gentile drops back to pass, rolls out to his right. Looks like he's going to keep it and gets maybe a gain of about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down here for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, second play in a row. Rancho is going into the boundary now.
Let's see if they spread it out to the open side now. First game of the season here at Monsoor Stadium. Always a treat coming here.
Again, you see Rancho lined up in the boundary again here. Trips to the boundary.
Now man in motion. Gentile takes a snap. Handoff to Vasquez over to the left side. He's going to be met by a swarm. Actually, that's Isaac Felipe on the carry, and he's going to be met by a swarm of Cavaliers. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, Manny Amador there on the stop. Great penetration in there and the wrap-up.
Dave, we're talking about our 60th anniversary. Well, look at that third down marker. The down marker looks really old school.
Yeah, you know what? That reminded me. I had somebody talk to me about that. I never shot me an email, so we'll let's see if we can get that addressed.
Here we go, third down here for the Vaqueros. 3 wide receivers for Gentile. Felipe in the backfield with him. Draws back to pass over the middle. Ooh, pass intended for number 5, Davian Sanchez, and it's going to be incomplete. It brings up fourth down for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, they're bringing on the field goal team.
So a good start on that big play, but the Vaqueros not able to capitalize, being this deep into Cavalier territory, at least capitalize with a touchdown. Let's see if they can get 3 points out of it.
I love seeing field goal attempts here in GGUSD.
Oh,
this
yeah.
will be a 26-yard attempt.
This looks like number
17
lining up for the kick. The one number we don't have. Kick is up, and it looks like the kick is good.
Replay.
And let's get replay, Vincent. Here we go. So if you're counting at home, that's a 26-yard field goal. I had to do the math in my head out loud. 3-0 Vaqueros early here in the first quarter from Monsoor Stadium. Cavaliers about to get the ball for their first drive of the night. Pretty good turnout here by the Cavaliers on a Thursday night. They brought the band out on a Thursday.
We'll get you that number coming up here, number 17. We'll get you that name. I've got Rancho's newest athletic director, Anthan. He is on it. I see him across the sideline checking my text. So
Coach On.
We'll get that.
Coach On is awesome. As we see him now looking for the player.
Now he's starting to look,
Back deep to return for the Cavaliers. It looks like number 3 and number 2, Oscar Buenrostro and Brandon Orozco. Looks like Cavaliers will be getting the ball at their own 34-yard line or so. And let's see, do we have the audio on? We're going to get it turned on. Here we go. Mr. Bruno, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, we can hear you. Let's get the mic lowered down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Joining us in the booth, first time. Welcome to the stream. Brand new Rancho principal.
That's right.
Mr. Bruno, how's it going?
Amazing. Rancho's an amazing place. It's called the Hidden Gem. It's a wonderful place in Garden Grove for sure.
your first football game, right?
Yep.
So you're getting the feel of like how things go.
Oh, fumble.
We got a fumble. Rancho, pick it up. Mr. Bruno, you're a good luck charm.
That's
Rancho
right.
football
You
going
gotta
the other
stay
way.
here the rest of the game.
There
now.
you go.
Thank you. I have that trick.
You know, the funny thing is, so your first year, we've got you right away.
All right.
Miss Pyle, we've been streaming for 4 years. We're going to get her for the first time. I'm excited about that for the first time in 4 years as we see the fumble here.
Good.
And that fumble recovered by number 2, Jacob Vasquez. So on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball, he's getting some good things. So in your short time at Rancho, what have you learned? What excites you the most? What excites you about this upcoming year, other than being new to the school?
Right. No, I think the energy's there in Rancho. Students want to be there. Staff want to be there. We have an amazing group of parents and students that, and we just really care about our kids, and it really excites me.
And you have a great admin team there.
Yes.
That's always good to have, an admin team that's been there that can kind of help you and kind of let you know the ins and the outs.
Absolutely. Yes, I do. Yeah, we have Mr. Primo, Miss Garcia, and Miss Orshi, Miss Justice, rather. They're all amazing. Really good team.
Great people. Mr. Primo's, he's a friend of the stream. He's been up here a few times.
Yes.
When he used to be, of course, here at Garden Grove and went over there to Rancho, so it's good to have him there. You got the new skills trade pathway going.
Yeah.
Have you been in the classroom? Have they been jumping into things?
It is beautiful in there. Brand new. Our kids have a lot of new equipment to work on, new technology. They're really excited. So we're really excited for that program. We can't wait to get started, continue the program.
So you're new. So tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of like your background, let the people kind of let in on Mr. Bruno's kind of like career in life so far.
Yeah, I started as a chemistry and biology teacher in Fresno Unified, actually. High school. Was there for quite a bit of time, and I spent a couple years as an AP in elementary, and then moved back up to high school as an AP, and then 4 years in middle school as a principal, and now I joined Garden Grove. So 21 years later, here I am.
So you've kind of traveled your way kind of down south, right? This is Fresno. Now you were in was it Burbank before? Where was it? Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Kind of close in the valley
really
out there.
Van Valley. I moved from Fresno Valley, which is Central Valley, to another San Fernando Valley. So, yeah.
It was only a matter of time before you got to the coast, right?
I did, yeah, and I needed it. It's hot in here right now too, though.
It's
really warm.
Yeah, that's one thing people don't know. We can't have the fans on because of the mics and everything, but we make it work.
Right.
And you know what? I see Miss Pyle actually coming up here to the booth, Dave. So there we go. We're gonna be. This is gonna be good. We rarely get double principals in here, so it's always fun when we do.
But I'm glad.
As we try to get her in. It's first down for Rancho as they're looking to add more points on the board. Ball at the 16-yard line. And here we go. What a treat. I am excited. Miss Christine Pyle, Santiago High School. I was telling Mr. Bruno, it's his first year at Rancho, and we got him right away. I told him it's taken us 4 years to get you, but you're here. And we're excited to have you. How are you?
I'm excited to be here.
I love going to Santiago with Christine. She's always one of my favorite principals to work with. She hates being on camera and hates doing all that, but then when it's on, it's like, why do you hate it? You have it good. And let me tell you, Mr. Bruno, you might not be able to experience a Santiago graduation because you're always at yours.
Right.
But this woman at graduation in front of thousands of people, calm as a cucumber, and just solid and just kills it every time.
Well, I think David's painting me to be a little bit better than I am, but thank you. I appreciate that.
It's my job to tell the truth about the people who are the most humble. Right? That's what I get paid. That's what we do in the public information office. So tell us so far, Santiago, how's it been going in the early years?
It's been a fantastic year. Our kids are just so motivated, and they've come back with such spirit and energy. It's exciting. It's exciting. Today we had our first club rush. So if you can see, we've got neon colors going on out there and different competitions among the students. Had our first assembly last week, cheering on our athletes, cheering on football. It's been a fun time.
And it's a good turnout for a Thursday night.
It's fantastic.
Now, so we have both of you up here. Christine, you were community schools last year for the first time. Mr. Bruno, you guys your first year, right?
Yes.
So can one of you tell us a little bit about the community schools?
Yeah, I'd love to. When we heard about this opportunity coming up, we were really excited because one of the things that we try to instill upon our students is giving back to the community, and whether that's at the school side or whether that's out in Garden Grove. And a lot of our students are in many civic-minded type of clubs, and we just thought, we're already doing this, but what can we learn from it to do more? And so last year we created a huge resource fair for the entire district. This summer we had 3 food drives for our families.
Yeah.
Sometimes families come to us, sometimes we went out and delivered it to them. We've got some special needs of our families right now, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of. Other things we've been working on is our interventions and listening to the parent and student agency, their voices. What can we do to improve our school? What can we do to give back? And what can you help us with?
Mm-hmm. And of course, you've got the Cava Lounge that opened a few school years ago.
We did. We were sponsored by Chalk, and so we opened up a Cava Lounge, and we opened up right next to it a parent center, so that we can hold our different parent type of classes. We had some parent circle classes. Some of the classes we had last year involved. And we went by parent recommendations. So one of them was like, oh, I'm a first-time parent at high school. What do I expect? So we had Aspire come in, and we did some restorative circles on that. We had another one on how do I support my high-achieving student when I'm a parent that maybe doesn't know calculus or something. And that was great. And then we did some on just immigration and how can we support our families to feel safe. We have another one coming up tomorrow on World Relief, coming to visit again. So we're continuing that, and we did last year a lunch with a loved one, first one in the high schools to do that. Awesome. So we're going to continue that again this year.
It's perfect because I know the Eisenhower community is really big. So for them to be able to now transfer it up, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
Mr. Bruno, kind of like, what have you kind of learned with community schools?
It's been amazing so far. We had back to school night last night.
Okay.
So we had our first food. We had a bunch of donations given to us from our community, so we were able to give that and pass that out to our community members at our school, which is really, really nice. But we made a lot of connections with the community. We've offered resources. We're really just kind of learning how to develop the program, but learning from great programs like Santiago. So it's really important for us.
I know Los Amigos is excited. They're going to do a community fair next month, so they're really excited. And they said they learned a lot and saw what you guys did, and they're really basing it off of that. And I remember you guys had to juggle because that was the day of the CIF championship game for basketball.
Absolutely. So I might have been sneaking into a room watching the live game at the same time, getting out, making sure we're helping out our families and all of the people that were there sponsoring.
That's going to be a touchdown. Rancho. Is going to be 9-0 now. I can't do math, so I have to look at the scoreboard. Trying to do math with all this pressure on me is crazy.
Go Rancho.
Now, I would like to add, I've been here in the district. This is my 30th year. I actually was at Rancho as a teacher, and I was there when Coach Enright came on. So I've known him all this time. And as much as I still love my Rancho peeps, many of my friends are still there, and I know the families, my heart is bleeding purple right now. And I know Coach Enright, I think he's closing in on his 150th win possibly, but I really don't want it tonight. I'm no offense to
we want it tonight,
but we would like Cavaliers to win and have a good night. So.
So since you let it out of the bag, Coach Enright will be getting his, if they can pull it out, the score stands, it's okay if it goes 9-0, it's okay.
Right.
But if he wins tonight, it'll be his 150th win.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and Coach Enright is the longest tenured Garden Grove Unified School District football coach. He might have more years than the rest of the coaches combined.
Wow.
So he's been a staple here. I was talking to Coach Hurtado, who's an assistant coach, and we're telling the trainer, like, Enright was there when we were students at Rancho. He was just getting his start there. So, it's exciting. I don't know if you knew this, but his 100th win actually came on this field.
Really?
Wow.
Against Santiago.
Hey.
I don't want
It's meant to be. Meant to be.
Well, it's meant to be then that we win this time.
I don't know about that.
Because I'm going to tell you, Santiago's got a great coaching staff as well.
They do. We love Coach Oz. Coach Oz is always welcoming when we go to campus. But you have a CIF championship in basketball. I mean, we got to get something on our side.
It doesn't mean we can't have more. We can't have more. Our coaches, and you talk about community, Coach Oz has been coaching for 20-plus years. He's been head coach the last 4. Our coaches, almost every one of them, is either alumni or works for the district. and I think one is related. So
we
all get back.
I remember a few years ago we did kind of like a little like filler out there, and Santiago was the school bar none that had people come back.
Yeah.
As assistant coaches, as head coaches, they were the ones leading the charge. And I personally love to see that. I love to see when players come back to their alma mater to coach, to lead them. I know at Rancho they've got a few guys on their sideline who played for the Vaqueros. So it's always good to see. You know, it's hot up here. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I appreciate you guys coming on.
No,
Mr. Bruno, I look forward to many more times. Ms. Pyle, we're going to get you up here more. You know, I know you're probably getting close to that fun time in your life where you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to enjoy some freedom here. But before you that big thing happens, we're going to get you on here at least one more time.
I think I've got some time in my ears here.
You know what? That makes me happy, though. You know, it makes me happy. We like to keep the good ones around, and it's always awesome to like I said, visit Santiago. And you know, Mr. Bruno's he's gonna realize how much we just go and bug with the cameras and with everything.
I'm seeing
he doesn't know the true scope of it yet, but we'll get him in and we'll ease him in.
Well, I will tell you, Mr. Moore here is going to take care of you on that.
I try because I want to be welcomed back on campus, you know.
Yeah.
So I thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
Get out there, get some fresh air because it is a little bit muggy up here.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much.
Thank you guys
of
very
course.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's a 10-0 lead for Rancho here. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. That was fun. We always love having our principals join us. They are always amazing. You know, this stream is more than just football. We always want to give people a chance to kind of, highlight the things going on around their campuses and at their schools, and it's great. So we've got Cavaliers with the ball at their own 25-yard line. Looks like 3rd and 15, so some tough going for the Cavaliers early on here. That pass is going to sail over the head. That was intended for number 7, Victor Godinez. Or maybe number 9. I couldn't tell. Anyway, Dave, what did you think about that run?
Like you said, so far so good for Rancho. They've kind of been dominant out here to start. You know, this is the second drive for Santiago. The first one ended in a turnover. This second one, now they're in 4th and 15. Rancho coming out seemingly easy to start here.
There we go. We got now 4th down. Looks like the Cavaliers will be punting the ball off. Rancho's got 2 return men back deep. That's a iffy snap there. He gets it off. Nice little punt. Not bad. It's going to be fair caught there at the 40-yard line by number 1, Joe Vasquez. So the Vaqueros will start their 3rd drive from their own 40-yard line. So let's see what Rancho can do here, try and extend this lead. Ms. Pyle let everyone know that this could be Coach Enright's 150th victory here tonight.
She figured it out.
We let her let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I don't know if she mentioned this since we're talking about it now, but Coach Enright's 100th victory came against Santiago.
She didn't know, but when I broke it to her, she's like, "It can't happen tonight."
Yeah.
Handoff there to number 25, Keenan Navajo. Gets
good,
brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Good buddy tackle there from Nick Lopez, from Anthony Canseco and Delver Camacho.
You know, defense. I don't know. I'm looking at that down marker. Mm-hmm. I like it. It's aesthetically good.
I thought the 3rd was red, and I think it was. And
the 3rd was red, and the green. The 2 is blue.
I wonder what the 1 is. We got to pay attention. To that.
It might be a black one. Here we go. 2nd down here for the Vaqueros from their own 40-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield there. Gentile draws back the pass over to the right. Lets that one go. It's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Navajo.
Yeah, while I was gone, we had a GGUSD Classic, although obviously it's been done in football forever. We had a hard count, right? Rancho able to get a hard count and get a first down there.
In good field position there, too.
Yeah. I don't know if we can see, but yeah, that sunset we talked about before looking beautiful, nice.
The colors are just hard to beat.
Pink, purple, yes.
I always talk about setting up a camera down at the east end zone just to capture it. I think the next game we'll have to do it. And again, if you are tuned in, we appreciate you. David Moyer here, GGUSD Athletics High School Football. If you're a student out there who wants to help out with our broadcast, we would be more than happy to help you. We've got Vincent and Kaylin here helping as always, but we would always love to add a second camera down there on the field, maybe a statistician, someone to do other things here, and we're always welcome. So if you want to help out, feel free to drop us a line as that pass is complete to Joe Vasquez, first down Rancho.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot with quarterbacks. Again, kind of a stereotypical thing is you don't throw back across your body, but sometimes it works out. And we see that from Gentile there, rolling out to his right, but throwing back across to his left. And again, Vasquez there, nice catch.
He said 1st and 10 at the 52-yard line. Here we go, first down here for the Vaqueros. Gentile pass over to the left side. That's going to be complete. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Pass completed to number 23, Anthony Valenzuela. Brings up second down here for the Vaqueros. Gentile getting the play from the sideline, now going in to break the huddle. Trips right here for Gentile. 4 wide receivers, 1 man to the bottom of your screen, takes a snap, handoff. Nope, he's going to keep it himself to the right side. He's going to have some good yardage there before he's gets taken down by a big hit there by the Cavaliers. Let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. That was a nice hit there. Try to see who put the boom on him. Looks like that was number 24, Mario Carbajal, with a big hit. Looks like they're just going to let the quarter end here. So after 1 at Monsoor Stadium, Rancho 10, Santiago nothing, right here on GGUSD Athletics High School Football. And when play resumes, we will have Rancho with a 3rd down. Tomorrow we will not be able to broadcast because the Garden Grove and Pacifica game was moved to SoFi Stadium, but Dave Mameli and I will be in attendance, and we will be trying to bring you any kind of content that we can, whether it's photos, videos, maybe a few Instagram updates from the sideline through video. But follow us and stay tuned, and we will give you updates. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go here for the Vaqueros.
All right.
Dave with the
We're back.
with the Stairmaster climb up the bleachers here. Pass over to the left side. That's going to be complete and a 1st down. Jacob Vasquez on the reception.
Yeah, Vasquez with a great game so far, offensively and defensively, all over the field. Making a nice clutch 3rd down catch there, catch and run, getting across those sticks.
That's what you see a lot with our programs. There's a lot of two-way players, as we saw. Dave, I don't know if you saw it there on the 3rd down. Mario Carbajal delivering a big hit. Actually, 4th down, so they didn't give him the first. It's a 4th down.
Oh.
4th and short here for the Vaqueros. It looked really close.
Eesh.
3 wide receivers here for Gentile. Getting ready to take the snap.
Hard
Trying
count.
to get the hard count, yep.
Take a timeout maybe. No, they're going to run it.
Handoff, left side, 1st down, number 3, Isaac Felipe. picking up the first down here for the Vaqueros as their drive now continues into Cavalier territory. Ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Felipe, great run there because he got popped. I think that was Brandon Orozco for Santiago with a nice pop and hit, but couldn't quite wrap up. And Felipe with a great job running his feet. We talked about that a lot last week with Groves Pacelli not stopping those feet. And again, that's so key for a running back. We saw that here on display this last play for Rancho.
It's all about that second, third, fourth, and fifth effort there.
A counter.
Big yardage there, still on his feet before he gets taken down. Isaac Felipe again on the carry.
So again, just simple counter action there. What we talk about when we say that, you have both backside tackle and backside guard pulling, and that running back is looking to run right inside of them.
Vaqueros now with the ball at the Cavalier 22-yard line. Got 3 wide receivers here. Looks like Navajo in the backfield there with Gentile. Takes the snap. Handoff. Navajo right side, still on his feet. Driving again. Second effort. First man able to pull him back, but not before he spun out. And it's going to bring up second down here for the Vaqueros after a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
So again, we talk about Coach Enright on here a lot. Obviously, he has been around the block. He is very seasoned and experienced, and while we might make fun of him a little bit here, we love him. We think he's a great coach. But there's a great example of what a great coach does is they ran that exact same play 2 times in a row. But the difference is that their formation and their motion made it look different. And so they're just trying to get the defense to react a little bit there. But that was the same play, just a nice simple counter coming in. But you're giving a different pre-snap look. You're giving a different formation. You're giving that motion. That's something a great coach does is they know they can attack that because they got success in the previous play, but they're going to give you just a little different look here.
Handoff again.
And
Isaac Felipe, first down, deep now into Cavalier territory. Ball at, looks like it's going to be marked at about the 6-yard line or so. They're going to put it at the 7, so first and goal for the Vaqueros here. Looking to extend this early lead.
And again, this is Rancho just being clinical so far in everything they're doing in this first quarter and a half almost. Just exactly what they want to execute in their game plan they've been able to do.
Go first and goal for Rancho. Let's see what they draw up here.
Another
Handoff,
counter.
Felipe, left side, still on his feet. Trying to get into the end zone. He's going to get stopped just short. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. So good stand there by the Cavaliers.
Again, you're seeing that again, another counter play. So that time you had right side tackle, right side guard, pulling back to that left.
Let's see, Dave. Are we going to see another?
I think it's fairly high, the chances. Again, second down and goal. Can't get too cute here. Got to make sure you punch it in.
Felipe in the backfield there with Gentile. 3 wide receivers here for the Vaqueros. Handoff, left side, touchdown, Rancho.
Yeah, just simple inside zone there. Just let him find a hole.
As we take a look at that again. Isaac Felipe big on this drive. Rancho featuring a number of different running backs.
Yeah, keeping them fresh legs. Really important. We talk about this all the time as well too. Early season games, we see a lot of cramping. If you can keep those legs fresh, helps out with that.
So this kicker, Dave, different than the last one. This is number 12, Jacob Molina, for the extra point.
Yeah, that we might have had the wrong number there, or maybe had the wrong jersey. Molina was the kicker for the field goal.
For the first one too?
Yes.
My eyes are bad. That bad. But you know what? It's these numbers in these jerseys, the way they fit. They get all bunched up and all crazy. Right, Kalen? Kalen agrees with me. Vincent so agrees with me. Ladies and gentlemen, have I ever told you that Kalen is my favorite worker that we have? We love Vincent.
What?
Vincent's came back.
What I say about making enemies earlier, guys, now it's extending here to the booth,
It's
too.
extending to the booth, man. What's going on around here? 17-0 Vaqueros, 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Thursday football here on GGUSD Athletics. It's always good to be here in the booth, no matter who's playing, but it's always awesome to see two of our teams playing. We're going to be introducing something special tomorrow night, so tune in. We're going to introduce something to honor the legacy of the Garden Grove League, so whenever we have big rivalry games on the stream, we're going to have something special at the end, and this is going to be a very, very rough drive for the Cavaliers. They had to fall on that ball at their own 2-yard line.
Nothing going their way right now.
Wow. This could either be the drive that makes them or ultimately continues to break them. Nonetheless, it looks like it's going to be spotted at the 3-yard line, so not as bad. But, yeah, this certainly changes things up. I'm sure Coach Oz has to be pulling his hair out at this moment.
Well, the type of offense that they run, they don't need to panic or change anything here. They're just trying to power run that football. Doesn't matter if they're at the 50-yard line or they're at the 3-yard line. They're going to run their stuff the same way, so no need to panic here if you're Santiago.
Godinez there in the backfield, handoff. Number
Again,
26.
Good gain there.
David Penaloza. So we've got a Vaquero slow to get up. He's up. But it looks like the referees did have to stop play, so he might have to come out. Seth Nelson. Here we go, second down here for the Cavaliers. They got a few yards on that play, so it's going to be second and about 5 yards from the 7. Godinez getting ready to take the snap. Love this formation here by the Cavaliers.
Great tackle. And number 9 there, Ethan Reyes, great tackle in the backfield.
Taking down Delver Camacho. So what would you call this offense, Dave? It's like a flex almost, or?
Well, give me 1 second here.
Let's see if they come out in it one more time.
Yeah, traditionally, Santiago's kind of been a combo wing tee, some double wing concepts. Again, here you're just seeing that wing concept where they got twins down here to the bottom of the screen and a wing up top. Oh,
that's going to be a first down here, still on his feet at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great job breaking free there.
It's number 21 on the carry, Raleigh Carranza, and he took them from the shadows of their own end zone, and now they're putting together a nice little drive here. Ball at the 22-yard line, first down, Cavaliers.
Yeah, can't panic, just run your stuff. Again, talking about that, I want to characterize Santiago as they are a straight wing tee or they're a straight double wing. They are kind of a hodgepodge. They kind of have taken from some different areas, pieced it together,
and you know, we were at La Quinta, and Coach Stewart said that they were mixing some things up this season.
And that happens. You know, that happens where you find stuff from year to year. If you really liked how that worked and you want to keep that in and you're trying to exploit something else on the other end.
You know, I think a lot of times the good coaches will kind of morph their offenses to whatever personnel they have and just kind of make it work for the personnel instead of trying to make the personnel fit the offense.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do. We've talked about that even in flag football. I was talking to Coach Enright about that before the game today, that you can't complicate flag football. You're just trying to get your best girl the ball and get her out in space and see if she can make one person miss. And at the end of the day, you could be a coaching genius just for getting that done. So,
yeah. And speaking of girls flag football, the Rancho girls flag football team has been putting a hurting on other teams. They've been scoring in droves when they're winning.
Yeah,
so shout out to them.
They are looking pretty good for their league. Oh,
let's that one go. Oh, dangerous throw. So Godinez letting go of that ball. It's going to bring up third down here.
Yeah, Godinez, I thought had him on his little stop route real quick. Hesitate a little bit, probably saw something I didn't see. Got a little dangerous there at the end with that floating pass. Big third down. This is what you want to do if you're Rancho, is you want to get Santiago, which is traditionally a running team. You want to get them in passing situations.
Someone just dropped in here. Leo Cozy was a good running back. Leo Cozy was a fantastic running back. And let me tell you about those running backs back in the 90s for Rancho. Untouchable. You talk about some of the running backs nowadays, but Rancho had this run of running backs even from the late 80s before my time. Which, Sean Cheatham, Dana Riddle, then you had Jeff Bird, you had, David Vickers, Leo Cozy.
Yeah, a great run there. A little confusion here for Santiago. They had multiple men in motion at the same time, so that's going to back them up even further here.
That's not what you want if you're Santiago. You're putting together a nice little drive here. We got to keep the yards positive. Don't give the Vaqueros any bit of a free ride here.
I thought we were third down. I guess we're second down here, second and long.
Godinez drops back. The pass rolls out to his right. Lets that one go. He's got a man. It's complete, but behind the line, no, he's going to get a few yards on that.
That's about a yard, yeah.
That was complete to number 17, Richie Alvarez. Brings up third down here for the Cavaliers. Again, you are tuned into GGUSD Athletics High School Football. David Mora here, along with District Athletic Director Dave Mameli.
We did have a penalty here against Santiago, so they're going to be backed up even further, although it was declined. So they had an ineligible downfield.
Brings up
Enright
fourth
has
down.
declined that, and we're going to have fourth down.
So it was.
Yeah, they were off.
They were off. Okay.
Yeah. Which again, you can't fault them too much. I mean, we do have a down marker from the 1970s. So.
Hey, they're just getting into the spirit. If you have noticed here on the screen, we do have throwback graphics for Rancho and Santiago.
That's right. This is planned. What are we
This
talking
is
about?
This is all about what we want. Yeah.
This is for the 60th anniversary.
The lights are being lit by oil tonight.
Yeah. We have people climbing the ladders to the crow's nest. Good punt.
Oh, that's a nice punt. Takes a Cavalier roll. Rolls out at about the 49-yard line. We tried to get them to turn off the scoreboard, and we were just going to keep it by hand, but they said they didn't want to. They didn't want to acquiesce to that one.
I think I can tell you a couple people here in this stadium that would like that at this point.
Of course, we are here at the beautiful Monsoor Memorial Stadium. You see the Navy SEAL trident there in the middle of the field. I think these students and everyone, understands kind of the significance of what that means. And Michael Monsoor, who gave his life for the ultimate sacrifice, Garden Grove High School alum. And this beautiful field named in his honor.
Yeah, check out his story.
It's a really good one. If you ever visit Monsoor Stadium, you see the plaque over there on the snack bar on the home side. Go read up about him. Pass Gentile complete over to number 4. Makes a move, almost gets away, but gets tripped up at the last minute. That reception by Aiden McCool. It's another good name, right?
Yeah, Oscar Buenrostro. Good tackle there. Again, we were just mentioning that with flag football. Open field tackles, one-on-one tackles. Those seem like they're easy. They are not easy. They are very difficult, especially in today's game where the rules have changed a little bit. And you are guided a little bit more by how you can hit and how you can't hit. And so those open field tackles are
be more
very
strategic.
difficult.
Yeah, more strategic. Here we go. Second down here for the Cavaliers. Hand off.
Great fill.
Wow, that's going to bring up third down.
Liking this response from Santiago on defense. Nick Lopez, number 11. Great fill and tackle there as a linebacker.
There's Keenan Navajo on the carry, and he gets met almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. That brings up a third down here. And about 5 yards for the Vaqueros. Actually, about 4 yards.
That should set up a hard count here. Maybe a check with me after that.
That pass complete. It's going to be a first down to the Vaqueros.
Yeah, Joe Vasquez there. Good pass from Gentile. Again, just a little 5-yard now route, little stop route.
Roscoe right there to meet him to keep that from being a bigger gain than it was. But first down for the Vaqueros. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Both teams with all of their timeouts.
Yeah, we're seeing Santiago really bail out there. We saw it at least in that last play. I don't recall the Rancho going deep other than the first play of the game.
Yeah, they have not. They've been keeping everything under since then, or running the football.
A lot of times you see that as that's a setup. They're just trying to draw you in before they take advantage or exploit a matchup. But yeah, it's been a lot of underneath here from Gentile.
Got trips right. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. First timeout of the game for the Vaqueros.
Timeout, Rancho. This game's kind of flying here.
It's these running teams, you know?
It is, the running teams, yeah.
And, of course, we'll get to the last 2 minutes of the half, and it'll be a 14-minute affair.
Yeah, maybe. It's been a change here.
Oh, look who's up and walking around here. We've got Canine Officer Nelly. Of course, tomorrow night over at Monsoor Stadium, the official celebration for Officer Julian and Canine Officer Misha, who will be retiring tomorrow. And their last bit of duty will be there at the La Quinta game. I'm going to be sad to see them go.
Yeah, if you aren't able to attend that, we'll get a photo for you. Be nice to recognize both of them.
Here we go. First down for the Vaqueros. Ball at the Cavalier 37-yard line. Oh, snap bobbled a little bit. They're going back deep again. Incomplete.
Early.
Flag on the play.
Yeah,
I don't know about that call.
The defensive guy in me says you let that go.
Yeah.
He got there a little early. Do I think that affected the catch?
No,
I
it
don't think
definitely
that was
didn't.
going to be a catch anyways.
Nonetheless, Vaqueros getting some free yards on the play.
This is, again, the coach in me. I don't understand why more people don't throw deep all the time, because you're either going to complete it or you're going to get a flag. And even if you have an interception, it's just like a punt. There's not much hurting you if you're going to throw deep a lot.
Yep.
Again, we mentioned that rules being changed in football, trickling down from the NFL to college, now to high school.
3 wide receivers here. Gentile takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left, goes over the middle. Incomplete. That pass intended for number 22, Seth Nelson. It's going to bring up second down here for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, Anthony Canseco there for the Cavaliers almost got his hand on that ball. But Gentile able to just slip it past him.
Again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share the stream out. Let everyone know we got some high school football here on a Thursday night. Three wide receivers here for the Vaqueros. Gentile getting ready to take the snap. Quick handoff over to the left side. Looks like Vasquez still on his feet. Breaks it a little bit. Still on his feet. That's going to be touchdown, Vaqueros.
What a great cutback.
Vasquez with a beautiful run there. 22-yard run for the touchdown.
Yeah, so taking a look here again, this line designed obviously to run to the left here, but what a great cutback here. Cutting back to the right side and then just finishing up that seam.
Ivan Fuentes almost had him in the backfield, but was just not able to get that quick step on him. And the Vaqueros extending their lead now to 23-0, looking to tack on the extra point here.
Again, Vasquez has been all over the field tonight.
Vasquez might be just getting chained a little bit later on.
Yep.
And the PAT is good. 24-0 Rancho here. It's been all Vaqueros in the first half here. I was thinking, 2-touchdown favorite. 2 Thursday games in a row. We have not had a
Don't jinx it.
Well, actually, it would be okay if I said, we haven't had 2 teams score on a Thursday. We want Santiago to score. I don't want to brag or anything, but I am 2-0 on my picks.
Yeah, you
So
might be on your way to being 3-0 here.
We thought at the start of the season that me picking the team, would be
The opposite.
the opposite. It would be it would spell doom for whatever team I pick. But I don't know. You might be onto something here.
It's going to be a touchback.
Look, hey, there we go. Second Thursday in a row with the touchback.
Yeah.
Got a thing going. You know what? Thursday belongs to the kickers. How's that?
See if that holds up.
Well, we don't have a game next Thursday, so it'll hold up for at least another week.
Well, I'll be at Bolsa next week. No stream, but I'll be at Bolsa, and we know they have a great kicker.
Oh, they do. Fantastic kicker. Cavaliers first down from their own 20-yard line. Godinez getting ready to take the snap. Hands off, left side. Good gain on that play.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Oz does with the tempo here.
That was number 26.
That's probably Santiago's most successful first down run there. So let's see if Coach Oz is going to try to run with it here.
Brings up 2nd and 2. There's David Penaloza on the carry. Approaching the 2-minute mark here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the game. 4 wide receivers here for Godinez getting ready to take the snap. Penaloza on the carry again, gets met in the backfield. The Cavaliers are going to lose 2 yards on this play. Brings up 3rd down. Cavalier faithful here, still cheering their team on, even though the score is in favor of the Vaqueros. Their energy has not subsided. You gotta love to see that. Some good spirit there in Santiago. Godinez, 4 wide receivers. Penaloza in the backfield to his right, drops back to pass. Nope, keeps it himself, goes up the middle, runs into Penaloza, and then gets taken down in the backfield by a host of Vaqueros. So we're gonna have a timeout on the field. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Cavaliers. 1 minute and 27 seconds left to go here. And Dave, you are right. Not even 8 o'clock yet. We're almost there at halftime. So we talked about we're covering Pacifica and Garden Grove tomorrow. Lower level here earlier. Garden Grove was up 16-0. Their Frosh Soft team. 16-0 on Pacifica and ended up squeaking out a 16-13 victory. So I'm sure when 2 programs get together, they always like to get the series sweep. So let's see if the Garden Grove varsity team can get it done tomorrow. Quentin Pacelli with a 380-yard effort last week against Los Amigos, but they could not come up with the victory. Nice little return there by Vasquez. He's going to get into Cavalier territory. So the Vaqueros will start with this ball at the Cavalier 45-yard line. So not too bad. 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go here. I'm sure Coach Enright would love to get a few more points on the board, even if it's only 3. Here we go, Vaqueros. It's probably going to be the last drive of the half. Gentile, 4 wide receivers. Fake handoff, pass over the left to number 1, Vasquez. Gets taken down immediately. That brings up 2nd down here for the Cavaliers. Clock running, 108, 107, and going. No huddle here for the Vaqueros, 4 wide receivers. Gentile gets a snap, fakes a handoff, drops back to pass, going deep once again. It's going to be complete. Still on his feet. That's going to be number 2, Joe Vasquez.
Wow.
Or Jacob Vasquez. Touchdown, Vaqueros. 45 yards on the TD reception. Vasquez, number 2. Great play there by Gentile.
Yeah, coming off his touchdown from the previous drive. Wow. Quick strike there from Rancho.
It's going to be a 30-0 lead here for the Vaqueros. They're trying to outdo Bolsa from last week. Although Bolsa had about 40 points in the first half. PAT is up. PAT is good. Rancho 31. Santiago nothing here on GGUSD Athletics High School Football. David Mora here alongside GGUSD District Athletic Director Dave Mameli from Monsoor Stadium. Little Thursday night action here. 46 seconds left to go here in the first half. I'm sure Santiago is ready to go into the locker room and try and figure some things out so they can come out in the second half and get things going. Game, stranger things have happened, Dave, but 31-0.
It's pretty hard to come back.
It's pretty hard to come back from,
especially for a running team.
But every rep is a good rep. So if you're the Cavaliers, you want to come back out and still just, do what you can in the second half. It doesn't matter what the score is, and just go out there and get some momentum going into next week. It's another touchback. Cavaliers going to start with the ball at their own 20-yard line. So we may have got off to a rocky start on the screen, but Rancho firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this might be one where Coach Oz just lets him go into the locker room here. Let that clock run.
Well, he's going to drop back to the pass. Godinez rolls out, still on his feet. He's going to get taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, I think you just let this go at this point.
Looks like maybe that's what they're going to do. There's 28 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rancho 31, Santiago nothing.
And we'll have to run one more play, I think.
They're slow to go up to the line, so let's see. And
that brings us to halftime.
there we go. Halftime here at Monsoor Stadium. Rancho 31, Santiago nothing. We'll be back with you in a few moments. Let's see if we have a halftime show for you. Maybe some cheer performances, but we will be back in just a bit.
Please welcome our Santiago High School Cavalier Marching Band. Marching Band. Please welcome Santiago High School Drill Team.
You had to have. Well, what a game we have here at Monsoor Stadium. Not a score that we expected. I thought Rancho would be winning. I thought it would be by 2 scores. Certainly didn't imagine 31-0 on Santiago here. What do you take away from that first half, Dave?
Yeah, just I used this word earlier in the broadcast, just clinical. I think everything that Rancho wants to have happen, they had happen in the first half. They were great on defense. They caused some turnovers. They were great on offense. They got to run the ball. They got to pass the ball. I do not believe they punted one time. It was clinical. Exactly what they want to have happen is how that first half went. It was a dominant performance. There was some plays here and there for Santiago, but other than that, they have not found a lot of success.
And it's been the Vasquez show.
Well, what I would say is Vasquez has stood out to me in that he's been all over the field, but Rancho has certainly spread it around. We talked about that as well too. That they're not like Garden Grove where Pacelli is going to be dominating. Every time they're on offense, he's getting the ball. That's not Rancho right now. They are able to spread that ball out. We have seen that with Vasquez. We have seen that with Navajo. We have seen that with, who else am I missing? Ramos. Ramos has gotten involved with that too. Felipe, yes. Felipe has been there. So Rancho has been able to spread that out, all while Gentile is running the offense from the quarterback position. They've done a great job with that. It makes them multiple. It makes them very dangerous, not only tonight, but in future games as well. Because how do you game plan them? If you're looking to take away number 3, number 25 is going to hurt you. Once you take away number 25, now it's going to be number 13.
Reminds me of a lot of what Los Amigos did last week.
Yes.
Where almost every turn you had a playmaker stepping up, whether it was Centeno, or Mitrell Smith,
yep.
or Amari Maddox, who ended up scoring that game-winning touchdown. So
again, we'll give Maddox another shout out here.
We got it wrong during the game.
We got his name wrong during the game, and so we'll tell again. Amari Maddox did make that game-winning catch there. Great catch and throw from Mitrell Smith, but we'll give Maddox an extra shout out here tonight.
And of course, those two teams will be meeting up in the middle of the season once Sigma League play starts, and we will be broadcasting that. Kind of looking forward to our next broadcast. Next week, I believe we've got Pacifica going up against Northwood. Since we couldn't broadcast that Pacifica Garden Grove game. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going ahead and kind of shifting things around, so we'll be broadcasting their game against Northwood. And then that following week, we're going to have Los Amigos taking on Nogales there on that Thursday, September 11th.
And then all we're missing at that point is La Quinta. I think we have them the following week.
We will have La Quinta the following week against Glen. Of course, it was one of those where we had chosen the Pacifica Garden Grove game to cover just because of the magnitude of the game instead of covering La Quinta. And with all the shuffle, we figured, hey, let's go ahead and have an experience at SoFi, just like the athletes. It's going to be a different experience for us, but
yeah, we were going to broadcast, but they kind of lowballed us on our announcer fees, so we just decided, you know what, we'll just go down on the field.
I told them, I said, I don't want the same booth as your professional hacks. I said, I want my own booth, and I want Matthew Stafford in there providing graphics. He's going to click the buttons for the graphics.
Just in case anyone doesn't know, this is sarcasm, 100%. This is sarcasm. We would absolutely be broadcasting if we could from there.
Definitely. We've got Vincent who went to go stand in the snack bar line, and all he brought back, he just brought himself some water. I thought he was going to get himself like some nachos or.
Tell you, I made Vincent work a little bit in the first half, but he has gone up and down those stairs a lot tonight.
You know what? And these are the hardest stairs to get up in the district because it's so steep. Incline. We're going to go ahead and we're going to leave this fan on here. So you might hear a buzz in the background, but let me tell you, it's a little bit warm in this booth, so we got to do it. Nice little return here.
Love that open field tackle. What
number
a great
3,
tackle.
Brandon Orozco, getting a good little return going for the Cavaliers. They're going to start with the ball at about the 21-yard line or so. So let's see if they can get something going here in the second half. Get on the board and break this shutout.
Give a shout out here. I think that was 81 Eric Garcia for the Vaqueros there on that tackle. Again, we mentioned open field tackling earlier in the game. Great one-on-one tackle. Love to see that form tackling. That is usually something that your first game you're a little weak on because you haven't had that full speed practice. So good job by Rancho getting ready for tonight.
Cavaliers in shotgun formation here. Godinez getting ready to take the snap. 4 wide receivers. Fakes a handoff, passes over to the right. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a forward pass.
Intended for Richie Alvarez. That's always one of those where it's like you want to keep playing just in case, but the referees did blow that play dead almost immediately. It's going to bring up second down.
Seeing there, we talked about what Santiago runs, kind of what it, what would we call it, an identifier. And again, we talked about it's kind of a mashup. They are a little multiple there. They came out in 4 wide receivers. I think we see that a little bit more here in the second half. Just spread that ball out. Give yourself some points of attack, both in the running game and the passing game.
Godinez trying to take that ball like a designed run and gets taken down in the backfield.
Get another one there. Felipe there. Good job on that tackle.
Another two-way starter here for the Vaqueros. It's interesting, Dave, Enright going for his 150th victory. I wonder, as a coach, you've coached, I wonder which ones, or if he has any that really stand out the most to him, right?
I'm sure he does. That'll be something we talk about tonight.
Let's see if we can get him. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to venture to say that maybe the semifinal victory, I believe, over Canyon, because I believe that was a back-and-forth game. They might have gone to overtime, if I'm not mistaken, to win that game. Cavaliers getting positive yardage on that play. Let's bring up 4th down, though.
Another one. Ethan Reyes, another great tackle there. So bringing up 4th down. Cavs are going to punt it here.
We interviewed some of the Vaqueros a few weeks ago, and the one thing that they mentioned coming into this season was being able to finish games. And they said that they really worked on their conditioning and on their strength and conditioning to really finish out games that they felt last year they weren't able to do, that they left a lot of games there on the table and lost them in the second half.
Well, I was going to mention that earlier in the game when they got up 10 or 17-0, that we've seen this before with Rancho, that they've kind of let leads go, and it's been all gas tonight. So certainly can tell that was a focus of theirs in the offseason. And
Vasquez
so far,
with that
so good.
return. Nice little return. Gets to the 50, still on his feet, breaks it back to the other side.
He's got it.
Wow,
That's
he's
a
got a
touchdown.
seam. He's gone. That's
a
40,
touchdown.
the 35, the 30, the 25. One man to beat.
Oh,
He gets taken down by number 6. There's a flag, most likely horse collar. Isaac Garcia with a touchdown-saving tackle at the 12-yard line. Go ahead and let's hit the replay on that. Let's see if we can get some of it.
yeah, it might be a horse collar here, but love the effort by Isaac Garcia.
We got half of it towards the end. That was a long one. We weren't going to be able to get most of it, but it looked like just at the end. Yeah, that's a horse collar. So Vaquero's going to get another probably 7 yards tacked onto that.
But again, love seeing that from Isaac Garcia. Not the horse collar, but the effort.
Yeah, the effort not to
get
give
there.
up on the play.
Yeah, because a lot of guys nowadays, they just give up. Oh, he's going to run and beat me. I'm not going to have that effort. So,
And when you're down 31-0 to give that's those are things that people aren't going to see on the stat line, but when you go back and watch it, that's a play that's going to stand out to Coach Oz.
yeah.
So Vaquero's going to have the ball at, it looks like the 6-yard line.
Good to see Joe Vasquez pop right back up. Looks like he's going to be okay.
And I think what had a lot to do with it, Dave, was that jersey. That jersey shifting a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like he got into the shoulder pad, which is that really scary horse tackle.
That's probably one, again, I probably let that go, but as a defensive guy, I think I would let everything go. So I would never be a good referee, I'll tell you that.
Of course, the referees on that play, number one thing is the safety. A lot of times a horse collar can cause very significant injuries to players.
Yeah, it's that action of pulling the shoulders back over the legs, which you're really trying to avoid. Ramos
at quarterback.
Yeah,
He's going to take that's a touchdown.
Great job by him.
So not sure if that. No, Ramos is listed as a quarterback.
He is,
so.
yeah, he is. Yeah, just quarterback keeper.
Untouched into the end zone, extends their lead.
Give a shout out here to Vincent too. He's been on his game for the replays tonight. Excellent.
He's getting a handle on it for sure. That's an interesting style of kicking that Jacob Molina has. He's got that old school. There's no like, what is it, the 7-step drop back and kind of angle. He's got that old school, just 2-step kick.
who am I thinking of? Gary Johnson or Norm
Jack,
Johnson?
or also
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah.
Or Dempsey.
Dempsey,
Yeah,
Jack Dempsey. He had the club
block
foot, right?
foot, yeah.
Yep. Just that really, you don't see that anymore because of course it's like a more of a European kind of soccer style deal that they do. That PAT makes it 38-0 Rancho. 9 minutes and 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Not sure if they discussed running clock. Obviously not because it stopped, but
Yeah, usually you do it either at halftime, both coaches have to agree, or it'll be automatic in the fourth quarter. So I don't think we would see this
not
at
in the
any
third?
point now in the third. It would have already been going now, so we would have to wait for the fourth quarter for it to be automatic.
and again, we've gone 6 quarters with at least one team being shut out here on a Thursday. It was one of those stats, you know, you just add layers and layers upon it.
First and 10. Cavalier ball.
Here we go. Here's a stat for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is a 6 quarters that a team on our stream with the letter S has not scored a touchdown.
While it's dark?
It's been that weird time early in the season.
Kids, if you haven't seen Major League, go see Major League because you just had a what was his name
Bob,
in that movie?
I don't know what
not
his name.
real name.
I don't know I don't remember what his name was.
Harry, I think.
His incomplete pass.
Something, yeah. Bob Uecker, though.
Bob, and a lot of people, like for me, my introduction to Bob Uecker was Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah.
You know, I had no idea he was an announcer. Of course, you know, you're young. You don't get, Cleveland games in LA. Cavaliers second down here, looking to get something going here.
Still spread formation for him. 4 wide.
Godinez keeps it himself. Met instantly.
Yeah, Felipe again.
Felipe all over that play. It brings up third down. So Rancho defense still batting down the hatches. I do have to say, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I love the Cavaliers' new helmets. I love those decals, that Cavs decal.
Yeah.
They look good. I'll say that. Again, you're tuned into GGUSD Athletics High School Football. David Moore here alongside GGUSD District Athletic Director Dave Lamel. Bringing you an all-district matchup. We call this a Garden Grove League Legacy game. Godinez rolling out. Nope, he's going to keep it. Takes it to the right. Gets a few yards on that play. Past or maybe at the original line of scrimmage and nothing more. It brings up fourth down. So I guess we can kind of look to tomorrow. We got a good matchup, Garden Grove Pacifica. Of course, they restarted that series 2 years ago, and they've split the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. The wild card obviously is playing at SoFi. It's different for both teams.
The late start.
The late start, yes. How do teams react to that? That's going to be the key there. Kind of a wild card, to be honest. I don't know if we can really properly make a prediction based on that. I would say probably on paper, I think Pacific is probably ahead on that. Just on paper. Playing the game, I think Pacelli's going to be a real tough stop for the Mariners.
Yeah, I think for me that gives them that. I said last week at halftime during the Los Garden Grove game that I thought Pacifica might be a 2-score favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But after seeing Pacelli and then seeing that Pacifica score, I think it's a lot closer.
It's closer,
and,
yeah.
And I think that with losing to Los Amigos in the fashion that they did, I don't think Garden Grove is going to want to lose to another district team because whether we want to say it or whether the coaches will say it or not, there's a lot of bragging rights. So there's that little extra oomph to it, right? And I think that might give Grove the edge to not want to lose 2. But I'll say this, Dave, if they lose 2 in a row, to a district team, I think Rancho is in trouble in that game that they play against Garden Grove here on September 26th. I don't want to have to say it, but I think Garden Grove will be playing
out of their minds
for that game. So I think tomorrow it's going to be a lot closer than I originally thought, but it should be a good game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good game there, and again, we'll bring you some of the action from there. Again, we can't live stream it or broadcast it, but we will give you updates throughout the night.
So third down here for the Vaqueros. This drive going relatively quickly. Almost halfway through the third quarter here. 38-0 Vaqueros. And again, I want to commend this Cavalier crowd. They are still making noise and still cheering for their team. Looks like we got a break and play timeout. Referee. Kaylin, go ahead and zoom out a little bit here. And let's get the other side of the bleachers in full view here. Other side of the bleachers? Yeah. So the whole let's get the whole bleacher. So zoom back out. Let's get everyone in.
We know what's coming.
What's coming right now? You ready? I'm going to drop the hammer right now. Look at how well the Vaqueros travel. Garden Grove fans,
right?
Garden Grove, right? They came up Lansing. They came in droves. More people than Garden Grove had last week, and they're going to have more people here probably during a Garden Grove game than Garden Grove's going to have. I'm ready for that September 26th match. I believe it's September 26th. That matchup is going to be fantastic. Reigniting that rivalry that we haven't seen since the 20-aughts.
20-aughts.
No, it should be a good game. I think that game is going to be fun, but I really hope that both schools, alumni, faculty, students, I hope that they can fill the stadium. They filled Orange Coast College for that CIF championship game.
Yeah, we don't see that a lot, obviously, with our schools. We don't see that a lot with any school now.
No.
Again, you might have one game, maybe 2 games a year in our area that can boast about filling a stadium like that. But
yeah. I mean, maybe the only other game that you can say would consistently fill that is the Bell game between Fountain Valley and Edison.
Even that, not so much. The big game that's around now is Newport Harbor and CDM.
Oh,
that's the game that gets a lot of people.
Gentile pass over to Felipe. It's complete and a first down for the Vaqueros. So great call there. Actually, they're going to spot him. It looks like short for. Oh, no, they're giving him the first down. So good call by Coach Enright coming out of that timeout. But yeah, that game should be good. Again, I'm challenging the Argos to just show up. The challenge is out there. If you guys can, just pack these stands, I'll take a pie to the face. I gave Coach Cepeda my favorite pie already. Told him banana cream's the flavor we'll go with. Gentile fake handoff, looking to the left to pass. He's got a completion there to Vasquez. That's Jacob Vasquez, I believe. Joe Vasquez.
Joe Vasquez, yeah. Joe number 1, Jacob number 2. Good pop and drive there from Santiago's safety, though. It's number 10, Santiago Martinez, I believe.
We've seen a lot of good hitting
yes.
and tackling in these last 3 games that we've had. Looks like Vasquez is going to get tended to here. And there we go. We got K9 Officer Nally taking a little breather. Been working hard all day. She deserves a little break, a little rest. Of course, Officer Link there. Again, tomorrow at Bolsa Stadium, La Quinta, we'll be honoring Officer Julian, who is retiring. They are hosting Bassett. I think La Quinta probably has a really good chance of taking that game by a few scores.
I would hope so. Especially for Officer Julian.
Yeah, got to send him out on a good note.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we're going to have La Quinta taking on Godinez.
Like to see this.
Godinez are taking on. I'm sorry, Godinez is who they're playing. They should win that game by 2 touchdowns, too.
Yeah, Godinez improved, but give a shout out here to our trainers. We've done this on the previous streams, so we've got some cross-pollination going on here down in the field with Brianna Ramos for Rancho, the newest trainer there, and then Trevor Newberry who Trevor's been at Santiago now for a couple of years, but they are out working on what looks like a cramp, hopefully.
Talking to Bree before the game, along with Coach Hurtado, and I told her, I said, hey, I can almost guarantee you're going to get a shout-out tonight, and let me tell you, she was stoked when she heard. She's like, you know what, it's good to be at a district where I get a shout-out and I'm appreciated, and she's out there doing a good job, and all of our trainers just good attitudes, come out here ready to go, ready to serve our student athletes and do a good job of it.
Again, this is our first year of full-time trainers that are our own district employees, and I got to tell you, through the first couple of weeks, I am thoroughly impressed with all of them. Very happy with all 7 of our new trainers.
There we go. Vasquez gets up. He's probably going to walk off under his own power. And a good little bit of teamwork there by Trevor and Bree.
Tell you, Trevor's going to rival you for best shoes tonight, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can see them from here. He's ready. He's showing out.
That is Navajo, I believe. Yeah, Navajo.
Wow, look
Tough
at
running.
that. Running just uphill there, or downhill there. It's going to be a first down for the Vaqueros. Not a big guy at all, but he ran huge there.
Yeah, super impressed with Rancho, like we mentioned before, their versatility, being able to just go to the next guy, just pop them in, and they all run the ball so hard, so well disciplined. Again, big testament to Coach Enright and his staff.
Gentile with 4 wide receivers here. Navajo to his left, getting ready to take the snap.
Counter.
Navajo, nice little run on the play. He's going to get a gain of about 5 yards, something you like to see. Going to bring up second down here for the Vaqueros. Clock running now. Approaching 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This game has zoomed by.
Well, we need to find a way to make up for what we're anticipating tomorrow night. So
Yeah, the team's
getting done a little early tonight and probably a little late tomorrow night.
the team's heard what we were going through, so
Yeah.
they went ahead and threw us a bone here tonight. 4 wide receivers again for the Vaqueros. Navajo in the backfield there with Gentile. Handoff, Navajo right side. Again, a second effort still on his feet.
In fact,
Gets taken down.
as I think about this now, yeah, it's 8:30 right now, so we're
Kickoff,
talking about
yeah.
getting to the end of this game tonight. Will be at the best the start tomorrow night.
Of course, Dave not super confident that
No.
that game will get started at 8:30.
I'm pretty skeptical, in fact. But at least it's in our own backyard, right?
Yeah. I hope they give us a tour of the Chargers locker room and their trophy case. There's really nothing to see there.
Well, they might have a AFC West Tyler too, right?
Oh, yeah.
This could be there.
Oh, that's right. They do play in Inglewood, home of the team that hangs up
Clippers, yeah.
Clippers that hang up banners and things that really don't have any significance. It always amazed me that the Clippers left Staples Center to have their own building to be out of the shadow of the Lakers, and they moved to a building right across the street from the Forum. It makes sense. Good job, Steve Ballmer. Navajo gets the carry right side. Going to bring up a 4th down, or what? What is it? 3rd down for the Vaqueros. They're right there, sniffing the end. They can smell the end zone.
Let's see if we can get Gentile involved here. Maybe a quarterback keeper. Let's see that. If not, maybe just Navajo up the middle. But
I'm thinking Navajo maybe. They got trips left here. Gentile gets the snap. Navajo left side. Oh, he's
stuffed.
beautiful job there by the Cavalier defense. Again, I got to applaud the Cavalier effort here. They are not giving up. They don't care what the score is. They're going to go forward, and they're not going to give up. And David, looking at these names, right? Joe Vasquez, Jacob Vasquez, Isaac Felipe, Osvaldo Ramos, Navajo. These are all underclassmen.
Yeah.
I think that's the Navajo's a senior, yeah. But the rest, underclassmen, and big contributors here for the Vaqueros tonight.
Yeah, always a good feeling when you're a coach and you have that. I've talked to people before. Having the opposite is not always fun. A lot of people think it is. When you're very senior heavy, expectations are also higher on you too.
Looks like the crowd may have adjusted our camera there, so I'm going to try and see if I can fix that on the fly here. So Vincent, let's go ahead and don't press any of the graphics. We're just going to update those later.
All right. Rancho out in the 4-wide set here. Again, 3rd and goal.
Nice
from
fake
beyond the
there.
10.
Pass over to 8-19. Oh, incomplete. That pass intended for George Ayala. 4th down Vaqueros. So they might be able to get a little field goal action in here. They had one earlier in the game.
Yeah, Jacob Molina already with 1 field goal here. Let's see, this one will be from just about 28.
Maybe, 27, 28. Kick is up. It looks like it's good.
No,
he missed it to the left.
To the right.
Was it to the right? Man, my eyes are really bad.
Yeah, pulled it a little to the right. Or as we heard in another movie, just a bit outside.
Just a bit out. Yeah. Oh, man. Vincent and Kaylin, your homework is to watch Major League over the next week.
One of the all-time classic baseball and sport movies. Again, Santiago out here, 4-wide spread. They've run this almost exclusively here in the second half.
Incomplete pass there.
Incomplete pass.
Dave, now is not the time to be passing. Just get your running game going. You just practice. I think if they just run, they'll be fine. I think they'll break one.
Got to have the old Myron Miller Tustin philosophy, right?
Just run it.
3 yards in a cloud of dust, and we're doing that every play.
There's 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. Just go.
It's a little different when you have Deshaun Foster and
It is a
Frosty
little
Rucker
bit,
back there, though.
It's way different. Not only that, but their line. When Sam Baker was there, right? They had some guys on the line, some USC guys.
Yeah, Tustin is certainly up there. Obviously, modern day is Orange County royalty for football, but Tustin, a lot of great college and pro guys themselves.
And since we're at Monsoor a few years ago, Pacifica with Ben Jefferson, I'm sure you remember that, finally vanquishing Tustin en route to a league title back in 2017.
Yeah, I was at that game, and that was without their head coach. Their head coach, one of his kids, I forget which one, but I think it was his youngest daughter born that night. Yeah.
Fourth down, Cavaliers.
Looks like they're going to let this clock run out to end the third quarter. 38-0 Vaqueros over the Cavaliers so far. It looks like the Vaqueros are going to be on their way to a victory. Coach Enright, number 150. Of course, Enright, his first season here at Rancho was back in 2000.
Well, let's do the math here. It's year 25, right?
Year 25.
Call it 26.
Yeah. Now, we wasn't able to mention this in the pregame. The Rancho didn't make the playoffs last year. And it would be if they didn't make it this year, which I believe they will, they haven't missed the playoffs more than one season since 2007 and 2008.
Yeah, they've been a measure of consistency, obviously. Again, that averages out for Coach Enright, 6 wins a season. Obviously more in the last decade or so.
And that's with a few seasons. There was one season where it was a 2-8. So you take some of those seasons where they were a little bit down, and that number goes a little bit higher, when you consider it.
And when you're playing against, again, Pacifica still in the league at that point. Garden Grove still in the league for much of that run. It's an impressive number.
Santiago during those years, that's when Santiago had their rise in the I believe it was 2007, 2008. They had a really good teams. Garden Grove that's when their dynasty was really starting to take form. And Los Amigos was still kind of getting things done on the heels of that big class of 2004. This ball going to be fair caught at about the 44-yard line.
And again, at this point, the clock should be running, and it is. We will have a running clock from this point on. Only thing that stops it is timeout, injury, or a score.
Again, tune in next Friday. We're going to have Pacifica in Northwood. That should be a really good game. Those Irvine schools have been improving a lot over the last few years, especially those newer ones. Before, you would hear a lot about maybe, Irvine and in Woodbridge, but Northwood is starting to kind of make some noise too.
Northwood just lost to Irvine.
There you go.
And again, that score surprised me a little bit. So that Northwood Pacifica game might be a little bit more in play than it was last year.
Yeah, and I believe Northwood took care of Pacifica last year, right?
Yeah, it was not out of hand, but they beat them soundly.
Of course, tomorrow night we'll be seeing two of we've got the longest tenured football coach here in the district, and tomorrow the two newest tenured football coaches, Coach Lamont and Coach Murphy.
Yes, both good in their own right.
Second down. Vaquero ball.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to the cheer squads from both schools for helping us with our pregame pick today. They were very good sports about it, and appreciate them for helping us out with that.
Aaron Montez there with the tackle for loss for Santiago. Looks like we have an injured Vaquero on the floor.
It's like number 57, David Aviles. So we get a look at one of those aforementioned cheer squads here, the Cavalier cheer squad.
I think I heard they're making a TikTok.
Oh, look, we're getting it in action here. Yeah, that's one thing that with a lot of social media, there's a lot of student section competitions going on, and the last three student sections we've had, Bolsa, Los Amigos, and now Santiago, all doing their best to make some noise.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Yep, here you go. You can see it. We've got the camera ready up here in the first row. Let's see what we're going to get.
Here we go. Look at that. We got some visitors from another world down there in the stands.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see what that gets edited up as.
Let's bring up third down here for the Vaqueros.
Looks like we have some backups in now.
Yeah, looks like number 11 on the carry, Tommy Ta.
And number 7, Mason Hernandez, in for quarterback for the Rancho.
Hernandez is not going to mess your name up. I think I'm going to be good on that one.
Oscar Rostro back to receive for Santiago. I believe this is Jacob Molina as the punter as well.
It is, yeah. It's the first time we've seen him out there, so that's why we're trying to figure it out. Rancho's first punt of the night, all the way in the fourth quarter. It's a good punt. It's going to roll to about the 21-yard line. Looks like Rancho's just going to down it right there. So everyone's just going to look at it and then finally down it. First down, Cavaliers.
Ball down at the 22-yard line. First and 10. Cavalier ball.
Rough start here for the Cavaliers. They're going to fall to 0-2 with a chance to turn things around, though, next Thursday against Savannah.
Yeah. Well, not to speak ill of Savannah, but that might be just what the Cavaliers need.
Only thing is they're probably playing that at Glover Field, and who knows how that's going to be. And Savannah might be going in there just as hungry as the Cavaliers, depending on what happens this week with them. Of course, we'll see Santiago again later this season on the stream 2 more times when they take on La Quinta and Bolsa.
Yeah, we'll have an idea. That Bolsa game, obviously, with Savannah as a common opponent.
Yeah, I think looking at that score, I think Bolsa is probably going to be one of those favored in the league, probably alongside, I would say, Anaheim. I think it might come down to both of those teams for league. Maybe Costa Mesa. It's a beautiful run there. Number 21 on the carry.
Yeah, Costa Mesa, a team last year that was in the mix of things in that league, and also a team that Santiago beat, kind of an upset. Santiago was able to beat Costa Mesa and throw a wrench into things.
And that kind of helped out Bolsa and La Quinta, who both were able to snag a playoff spot in their divisions. They were in the same division. They would have actually eventually met up in the semifinals had they both been able to win. That would have been something else.
I get so lost in that. And now it's not much of a problem because I'm not paying highschoolratings.com. So,
formerly known as Cal Preps. Oh, this is a nice run by Godinez here. Biggest play of the night for the Cavaliers.
Easy. There you go.
There we go. A little bit of good sportsmanship there. Definitely not an ill will deal there.
No, like you said, Victor Godinez, biggest player of the night there for Santiago.
You know what? You got to credit this Cavalier team. They're down 38-0, but they're still going out there and they're playing like,
Yeah, it's like you said. You're getting reps. These are just reps. Football, people don't realize you get 10 games. 10 games is not a lot.
Especially for these seniors, right? Last game, play every single play like like you're not going to have one next fall, right? This is it. This is like your last September you're playing ball.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get 10 games either. Look at what happened to Mater Dei this week. Opponent had to cancel, and they're playing a 9-game schedule.
I don't want to jinx anything, but remember a few years ago, those fires that just kind of threw everything in a wrench. The Garden Grove League teams were lucky. They played those games on Monday and Tuesday, but there were teams out there who just canceled those games.
Since all of our football teams obviously had a full schedule, I can say that we would have played Mater Dei this week, any one of our 7 if we had been open. But we weren't open.
Rancho would have been Enright getting his 150 against Mater Dei. Bolsa did play Mater, I believe, or maybe not Mater Dei. They did play Servite in the early years of Servite. Beautiful run there. Cavaliers putting together a nice little drive here. It's Oscar Buenrostro.
First down, Cavaliers.
Just under 5 minutes here left in the game. This might be the last drive.
Yeah, I would probably say so. Unless the Cavaliers can score here. Maybe
we'll have to rush down to the field. We'll have Vincent give us an escort down to the field.
There
he's been there.
He's been there.
He's been there tonight.
He knows his way. Again, follow us on social media, Facebook, X, YouTube, obviously subscribe, and Instagram. Later tonight on Instagram, we will have our post-game interviews with, looks like Rancho, obviously. We're going to present the performer of the game chain.
I think we can mathematically say that it's going to be Rancho at this point.
I just don't want to say it because then people are just going to say he's all about Rancho. You know, I don't want to have to. Although I did, this is going to be a good one for you, Dave. I was told on the sideline, I'm not going to say which sideline, that I was all about Pacifica.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. That's a new one. Cadenas calls his own number.
I do know some others that are not here that share that opinion as well. So that's a little surprising when you said you bleed green and black and orange. And I said, a little black and blue too, I think.
Some people will say that. Well, I'll tell you what, though. We can't stream tomorrow. If I was going, my pick tomorrow was going to be Rancho. Out of Garden Grove and Pacifica.
Oh, it
was going to be Rancho.
Okay.
Rancho
on their off night.
On their off night.
Yeah, they did win. Up.
Oh, looks like he might break a little something here. So, wow, good effort there by Raleigh Carranza. Cavaliers with their deepest field position of the night. First and goal.
Yeah, I think this will most likely be our last series here, unless Santiago does score.
Yeah, they said during the Pacifica Santiago basketball game that I was about Pacifica. But if you go back to the game, I think you'll see who I picked to win that game, and it was Santiago.
Yeah. I certainly am known as the Pacifica guy, having coached there and been the athletic director there, obviously. But I will tell you that Santiago basketball game, I did pick Santiago as well. I thought they were favorites going into it. They just had a little bit more size.
Yeah.
It was close enough, obviously, that either team could win. But
good game, though.
It was a great game.
It was back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, each team had their shot to win, but the Cavaliers is doing enough at the end. And obviously, a team of destiny.
Well, Pacifica, you'll see them coming back, talk about basketball a little bit here. Pacifica was a young team last year. They are going to return a lot. Their best players, they are returning. So Pacifica could be one to watch basketball
Watch out for Coach Friedman and company this coming season.
There we go.
It's Carbajal. It's the first
He's
time.
still going. Give it to him.
No signal just yet.
Touchdown.
And touchdown, Cavaliers. Carbajal. Mario Carbajal looks like that was one of his first carries of the night. 10-yard scamper to get the Cavaliers on the board. And good effort there, just driving. That's a big boy. And he drove into the end zone. So we'll have one more series before we head down to the field.
I'm going to head down now.
Dave's going to head down there. I'll be joining him shortly. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. This is GGUSD Athletics High School Football. Little Thursday night action. Again, tune in tomorrow to our Instagram. Get some updates on that game from SoFi, Pacifica Garden Grove. Another all-district matchup. The third of the season tomorrow. Again, here, Rancho going to be victorious, 38-7. Congratulations to Coach Enright. Victory number 150 in big fashion here. On the same field that he got number 100. Again, remember, you can tune into this game in perpetuity, as Dave likes to say, as it's going to get posted on YouTube right after this. Share this out with everyone. Share this out with the players, with the families, your neighbor, your co-workers, and let them know, hey, weekly right here on GGUSD Athletics YouTube, we got high school football for you. I want to thank Caitlin from Rancho Alamitos High School and Vincent, Bolsa Grande alum, for helping us out, doing a fantastic job. Kaylin on camera. Without her, this would be a radio show. Vincent on graphics. Without him, it would still be first down Rancho. And the score would probably be all off, that's for sure. This one is winding down here. Going to be a kickoff and maybe one more play for the Vaqueros. And then we're going to head on down to the field. It's going to be a little squib kick onside by the Cavaliers. It's going to be recovered by the Vaqueros. They're going to have the ball at their own 48-yard line. Again, great effort here by the Cavaliers late, not giving up, continuing to play with heart, continuing to give it their all. Again, they'll take on Savannah next week. Rancho will be taking on Saddleback. So, actually, Rancho will be taking on Anaheim on Friday. I believe that game is here at Monsoor Stadium. Faculty night, from what I understand. That's going to be the end of the game here. Rancho 38, Cavaliers 7 for GGUSD Athletics. Dave Mameli for Vincent, for Kaylin. I am David Moore. We are setting off. Tune in for more. Again, follow us on all of our social media channels. GGUSD Athletics on Instagram. Tune in tomorrow. Until next time, we'll see ya.